Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me here. I'm in Singapore, and I'm in Singapore because I'm at the Aging Asia conference. I am judging today. I'm about to rush out the door because I am judging a number of categories, which are innovations and existing programs that improve either the life and care for older citizens, regardless of what nation they're from. Or for the workforce that looks after them. So that's one of the things I'm doing today. And then tomorrow I'm actually on a panel with a number of international speakers talking about just what is happening around the world, around the planet, with regard to an aging population. How can we better enhance empathy at the same time as we're managing efficiencies? So we know that we're going to have a lesser population of working age human beings. How are we implementing accelerating what their capacity is to deliver care by shifting some of those regular tasks or mundane tasks onto whether it be IT, Internet of Things programs, robotics, humanoids, those sort of stuff. So I'm on a panel about that because we want to ensure that while we're dealing with what is a very large challenge, e.g. the number of seniors we're going to have to care for, both in home and in residential care, we don't want to lose empathy. We don't want to make it all about the system. We want to make sure that the system works for the humans. So that's the panel I'm on tomorrow. Wednesday, I'll get an opportunity to look at other things going on at the conference, but I'm also going to be visiting a facility here in Singapore who is using humanoids to support what are sort of like the physical fitness and occupational therapist type roles. They're using them to support the occupational therapist with repetitive tasks or movements that the resident needs to take so that the occupational therapist can deal with more human beings than they could do if they had to manage that as well. So I want to go and see that in action. The humanoid is called Daisy. I first saw her at Aging Australia last year. There's some really innovative, connected up IT systems that are being put into place here. The one I'm really interested in is it is one of the finalists in a particular category. I'm not judging that, but it's a fascinating category. And really what it is, it's an app that any senior can have, and once they have their assessment completed, they're able to go onto that app and see exactly what they get, what support they get from their country. In this instance, it's Singapore. What are the products that they can buy that specifically for their needs, and what is the co-payment they make, and how much is the subsidy from the state? What are the services they can receive, whether fully subsidised or partially subsidised from their state? All of those things, I can see real opportunities and benefits for New Zealanders, not just in-home care, but strangely enough, in trying to understand, for families trying to understand what is the way that aged residential care or aged care is funded in New Zealand, what is paid for, what is not, how can we know it when we've got mum or dad's diagnosis, and so we've got it in our hand and it all makes sense. But I also thought there was an application for the Ministry of Social Development. So from a wider government perspective, I think this is an interesting opportunity to have a look at a way that anybody who is dealing with what is the social services in New Zealand could see really clearly, based on what is their criteria, what they are entitled to, what they must pay for themselves, what access to services they can get, so that people can spend less time arguing with the Ministry of Social Development and more time actually helping themselves move forward with what is the appropriate levels of support from the state. So that I'm going to go and track them down and have a really good conversation with them. Start with aged care, but I can see wider implications that could help the whole of government process release human beings to do more human things. So so that's me. I better put this up and go and do some judging. See ya.